since we last saw mid Harris.
Very, very quick picks. Well, they still pick up the carry, so there's that. Still good. Not that confident about the composition of RSG. Of course, Eman, it's undoubted that he can play the Harith for sure.
Of course.
And if you think about it, there's plenty of lockdown from Echo. You have the Franco Flicker ulti. You have the glue for the lockdown as well. Both heroes can set up for a chain stun combo with the Kadita. So unlike the previous game where it's only the Yu Zhong to lock him down, that is combo dependent. I'm sure there's Atlas and Kadita, right? But in this case, you have a hard lockdown that cannot be countered by the passive of the Harith. So that is the only thing that's really questionable for me from the RSG decision to go for the Harith this time.
Here we go. Another look at what RSG Slate and Echo are bringing into game number 2. A suppress on each side. Both actually want to skirmish quite a bit. That's an interesting early to mid game, I think. I don't know who has the advantage here.
Could be a rush. Like how we rushed the draft. So let's see how this goes. Okay, Karina or Carl Tizzy on the other hand. Light has a way of trying to delay the purple and just getting information. On the other hand, we have Yawi and Sanford just to get on the other side of camp, which is the purple as well. Oh, they thought Irad was there.
Oh, they were messing with Irad's buff. They're gonna protect him. And the battle for the Little Wanderers. It's been a while since we actually saw a skirmish. Oh!
That's a flicker combo gave by Yawi. Now Light still making it through. Nathzz going to that vengeance. Now Sanford is trying to hold them off. Irad as well. Oh, not gonna go for a kill, but instead just to poke things down a bit.
Yeah. So boys, I mean, if you're looking at Irad, I guess that his signature now is the Tanksalot, or the Lancelot is the hybrid tank build, wherein he goes for Motonescence, immediately goes for War Axe before going for the Sky Guardian helmet. Oh. This time, against the Karina, it is possible that this could be a full tank build Tanksalot. Like you go for the Sky Guardian helmet first before the War Axe. So what I'm trying to say is that Irad might need to kind of change a bit his itemization when now he's going up against something like a Karina,
who's more has more power on true damage. An advantage as well for Cortese in getting that objectives and kills.
Something else to note before any more action comes up on the map. Ira's actually using the Brenny Sports Lancelot skin.
Oh, wow.
To the Brenny Sports Lancelot.
Yeah, to Cortese, who earned it back in M2.
Yeah.
Now Sanford tried to hold him off. Turtle on half HP. Cortese's not going to poke this, but now he secures it. Retribution for Echo. Now Yawi onto the Iron Hook. And on the bloody hat, Sanji with a burst. Now Light is going to try to escape here with a knockup from and Yawi, and Cortese secures that one.
Wet and wild engagement right there. Again, if it gets messy and it's a big skirmish, I ask who's ahead. Looks like Echo answers.
Yeah. Echo very quick at it as well. Very confident with this Karina. We know for sure that this is a hero that can match up against top junglers when it comes to jungling speed. It's got a lot of movement speed as well. Then you build it up in a very tanky way, tanky fashion. All of a sudden, you're very strong in neutral objectives.
Good poke there from Exort. Half HP onto Sanji. Back away, trying to go in for the lanes.
I think Echo are going to execute on something that they learned from after they get dropped in the lower bracket by RSG. They're going to start clearing these small camps, so Irad has less to run away with. Yeah. They're going to try to close that window wherein Irad can get away with a lot of stuff. And wait, there's a bite!
Bloody hunt. And an ultimate from Sanji secures another kill.
And that'll grow the gap between the Karina and the Lancelot, because the Karina can get in and out regardless of their camp. She's just much more agile that way.
Yeah, that's the real strength of this Franco. That's why I felt that both teams will be very strong with it. Fortunately for RC, they have a guaranteed stun as well, courtesy of the Divine Judgment. It kind of works both ways. But the thing is, Echo will have a lot of supplemental damage and crowd control afterwards.
Meanwhile, down bottom, Irad under the turret now behind enemy lines on low HP. Sanji secures another one. And Echo for their enforcement and response.
10 seconds until the second turtle. Ooh, close call.
Really, really close.
Emma might have had to pop his Purify because, again, between Benny Cutie and Yawi at this point of the game, could have been lethal. Luckily, Light was there. Here's another turtle.
Sanford trying to box out Nathzz. Meanwhile, Yawi and Sanji looking on who's going to make or step in their border of control, but Carl TZ, no sweat, secures this objective.
Wow. Okay, so what we do know about Echo is that they're very good at identifying like the what's the term, the chinks in the armor.
Yep.
Yeah, they are very good at that. So RSG now showing that there's a lot of like speed problems that we are looking at their lineup. Of course they are very strong in the mid game. But in the first few minutes of the game, when RC is still divided and they're not grouping up, Echo can take advantage of that because of their pick of comp.
Oh, flicker. No bloody hunt, but that's the Divine Judgment pull onto Light, onto the turret. Now Irad secures the kill. Yaoi falls down. Now Irad trying to hold in. Synchro Fission trying to catch Sanji, but Yaoi missed that bite.
Yep, and he spent his flicker to get in there, and it looks like Echo's looking for more. They're still outmatched though.
Oh. Caught in 4, rough waves being used to escape a probably burst. Now Benny Cutie, will he be the aid to the rescue? Irad is just puncturing through. Sanji still lives.
Run, Benny, run!
And Benny's going through the river. And now 3 is on the chase, on pursuit. Carl TZ and Yao trying to provide reinforcement. Sanford is here to the rescue. And Irad is trying to puncture through. Dawn Rose will connect to the damage. No. And still, Echo still safe from that ambush.
Ooh, the 2 deaths that are the 2 kills, I mean, that RSG got was only onto Yaoi, and everybody else from Echo is just having a field day. You can see Benny Cutie just dodging so many of these engagements, and Echo have a very good job at protecting him, and at the same time, he knows how to protect himself. This is great for Echo. Then Kartizi is feeling it. He knows that he has the jungling advantage just because of jungling speed, and of course, neutral objective impact. Then you have Sanji, 3-0-1 on this Kadira, making his own case for a good player on this particular hero.
Yep, and now Echo continues the snowball. 2K ahead, last turtle coming up. Carl TZ's already started it, and just like that, it's clean Echo. I think RSG's making the right call though. They shouldn't be picking fights they're not ready yet for.
All in objectives, all in for securing those camps that you guys mentioned, Leo specifically. Now they're not leaving any space for Ira, just small bits and pieces of the biscuit. Still no turrets destroyed yet.
Look at that.
7 minutes.
Look at this bush that Echo... I call this the long bush just because it's one of the longer ones, right?
This one?
Yeah. It's
long bush?
Yeah, it's a long bush. And they call this one sandwich from the corner.
That's a sandwich, yeah, the 1, 2, and the 3.
Yeah, right?
Correct.
So it's a sandwich. Yeah.
Perfect. From the long bush, Echo just revealed themselves in RSG. Irad, he uses almost the Thorn Rose to check on who's on the bush. Carl TZ trying to escape some possible pull there from Light, but now they could be in trouble. Rough wave, Sanji just unleashed. Splash, burst, island onto RSG. Light falls down.
That's a difficult engagement that RSG were playing with. They were moving as a unit, yes, but not all of them can move at that speed. So whoever was exposed, whoever Echo catches first, it's a win regardless.
Well, first pick Lancelot, surely you'll trust it, right? Irad was amazing with this. Irad mechanics, right?
The mechanic.
He went for the War Axe priority once again. Which means that he can dish out the damage, but it seems like RC are just gonna farm it through. Understandably so. But I think that around 12 minutes, they have to be ready. They cannot be behind by 3,000 gold 12 minutes. So they need to make a play, and this is what they're doing.
Good senses from Eman. That's the Iron Hook, and the Bloody Hunt will connect onto 2. That's burst once again from the rough waves. Now forced out Light, falls down. Now Echo picking one player at a time from the Raiders.
That's deja vu. Was it not just a minute ago that they did the same thing to Light?
Exactly.
Oh, they just keep going. Yaoi does not have the Bloody Hunt, but they have more than just that. I believe Benny is slowly building up to a comfortable arsenal. Earlier, he almost got caught off as he ran through mid. Now, I'm guessing he just needs one more core item before the rest of RSG need to respect the damage his carry can output. Lord Dance already began. Can Irad respond?
Well, the confidence of this kid is just showing up against Carl TZ. Now Light is here. Oh, but the Iron Hook connect to Yaoi. being forced him to retreat back. Now Irad still eyeing. That's a Lord reset.
Reset that kind of favors RSG, but they may have to make something out of this. You can already see Light is fishing for a play.
Oh!
Oh, Purified.
Oh!
Purified been used there. Now that's a call. That's a divine judgment from Light. Now Yaoi's being caught. Irad secures the kill. Now another one.
Oh
bites the
my!
dust, but Sanji returns in the kill. And that's the double for Echo. Now it's go time for the Orcus to strike back. Eman being thrown in by those speedy Light wheels with Benecutie. The storm just been activated right on the cap on RSG. No Lord, on to 3 members down, on to 2. And Nathzz stopping Vengeance, onto Vengeance, escaping by the waves. Oh, Irad is not letting this go. Will he let it go? Secures the kill and make it another one. Yeah, we're still holding through with that Bloody Hand and an Iron Hook combo. Will Irad be secured from this? Sanford with the flicker.
Oh!
And he grabs them back. Sanford, you're not going home.
All right, so Echo have learned from Irad's moves. They finally get him down. If this was the other night, boy oh boy, Irad would have lived.
Oh my. Oh, RSG just really, how do I say this? It's like they live and die by the sword, and that sword is called mechanics.
Yep.
And unfortunately, they will suffer this defeat. We were talking about how they should not be down by 4,000 or 3,000 gold at 12 minutes. By now, 10 minutes in, they're struggling at this point. And big props to Sanji for landing the 2-man stun. But man, RSG needs to find a clean opening here.
They just have about a minute left until that ultimatum, Wolf. They have a minute left to close the gap. Can they do it? Echo!
That's the flicker onto one, and the Nathzz is the primary target of Echo. Now rough waves will be enough for the burst. That's Vengeance plus the final slash. Nathzz takes down one. That's Yaoi falling down. Now Syncophiscious.
That's 2.
And Zaman Force. That's 2. Now 2 members down from the Orcus. Now Sanji is looking for an avenue here, but the eyes is on Benecutie. They're on a push in mid lane. 3 members down. No, 3 members present for Echo in enemy camp.
Carl and Benny are deep.
Wow.
They're really deep. Really. And he's still making it through. Speedy Lives connecting like frisbees of fire. Benecutie still holding it. But Carl TZ saying back away, but Sanji still holding it again. Nathzz and Light though. But Yaoi's here. Reinforcements from the Orcas have arrived. Will the Raiders strike back? But Irad recalls back to base.
Sanji picked up a few tricks from Exort. He's been watching, man.
Yeah,
that was a safe escape. Even if Nathzz and the Arlott actually caught a Vengeance on there, he would have just got knocked up.
I like the idea, kind of like the idea from RSG, because what they're doing, at least when it comes to a teamfight perspective, is they want to initiate with Light. But they cannot just rely on the initiation coming out from this Kaja. So what they did was to actually snag Yaoi instead. And what it does is it forces Echo to kind of fight them melee range. And that is when Nathzz will be able to land the Final Slash on multiple heroes. That's Flicker committed.
Wow.
Man, the instincts just threw him off just a wee bit.
Okay, so I guess RSG, they know that Echo, whenever Carl TZ does that, there's somebody holding onto the bush. But right at that moment, there wasn't anybody. So the Tomb, I think that was RSG overthinking things.
Yep, they played the game too hard in their heads, and they overthought it. That's right. Oh, man. Could have been, though. Again, about a minute until Light gets his flicker back on. Wolf, Francis, you think there's a lack of vision on the side of RSG? Do you think that's why it's so hard for Light to actually get these pulls?
Yes. He had 4 deaths, and getting that information early game, he was ganked twice early on by Sanji. That's what he wanted to do normally in a Franco, but on a Kaja, he's much more squishy.
Yeah. And the reason is because they went for the Lancelot with prioritizing the damage, right? So I think the lack of vision is more of them just not just playing differently from the other teams. Like for example, they have this Lancelot. If this is a tank slot, you can be the one to be the first one in, and then Light goes in with the flicker.
Yeah. Or even Nathzz. Like they're actually saving Nathzz for a counter engage. But here's a bite.
That's the flicker plus the combo. That's the pull onto Light. 2 roamers with a showdown. Now who's gonna make the perfect set? Now Nathzz trying to go in for the mid lane, for the mid strike rather. But now Sanford trying to box out 4, 5 members. Saying not go near Carl TZ's food. That's the Lord. Now Thorn Rose trying to poke and damage
Sanji.
the Lord, but Sanji's here. Oh, just trying to get busy, splashing the waves. Boxing out 4 and 3 members of RSG. Erad, look at that, it's just Carl T's just standing. Okay, just do it.
Oh,
That's my skin, boy. Thorn rose in my face.
He's showing the posterior, like I don't even want to look at the Lord right now.
Interesting that they actually poked Light even when Light already committed the ultimate. Oh, Yowie. My oh my, Erad. He's just so self-aware. At this point, he's not dragging his map. He knew that it could be a potential, so he was just looking at his own unit.
That's just amazing game sense. There's a
Oh,
pull.
the Divine Judgment. Sanford was the first targeted, but that's an exchange. That's a pull. That's a combo. That's the Bloody Hunt. But Carl TC secures the kill. Eman falls down. A vital kill, but now Sanford boxing out 3. That's a grab. That's the pull. And that's remembers Benecutie throwing out frisbees. Speedy Lightway in. Speedy Lightway out. Now taking down 2. That's Light. And now Benecutie, the storm being unleashed. Thorn Rose 2-man knock up onto the final slash plus Vengeance. But now Benecutie being taken down by Erad. But Carl T secures the objective, but now Exort holding still. 2 members on to their last 2 turns, but Carl Teasy making it a double. Nobody's going on safe. Well, this Vengeance finals us make it through. Amazing knockup, but 3-2 members on vital health. Can they survive?
Nathzz! He's going! He wants more!
Nathzz is not giving up.
Oh, the
Flicker!
Nathzz versus Yowie. He's not letting go!
Give it to him!
And
Nathzz!
a recall in between Nathzz 3-0-7 in his series versus Blacklist International. He was struggling badly, but this time against Echo, he's woken up. 3-0-7 with the tenacity means that he can be aggressive now with the damage output, with the tank ability that he has with the Radiant Armor, Dominance Eyes, and Thunder Belt. There's a lot of combinations that he can use, and this means that RSG can now rally behind their X-Laner.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Grand Finals MVP from Season 9 when he won that title for RSG. He is reintroducing himself to the MPL universe!
Oh, with a flicker, trying to pull in Carl Teasy. Sanford onto the back lines. Benecutie throwing light wheels again. Nathzz being the first start, but Carl Teasy dropping low. Carl Teasy dropping low, but Benecutie secures the kill. Erad takes down Carl Teasy now. On target onto Sanford. 4 members of Raiders still present. Knock up from the rough waves. Will it make the cut? Will it make the cut to burst? Still not enough.
Better trade for Echo for RSG. I mean, they took out Cartesi in exchange for their Valentina. Fortunately, though, for Echo, the Lord is not going to be respawning up until a minute from now, but they cannot afford those kind of mistakes. Even when RSG is behind like this, they should be wary of the potential of that retribution from RSG.
But unfortunately, Carl was sitting on 5 kills.
Well,
so that's quite a bit of bank.
They made bank, for sure.
So they shrank the gold lead, which I actually lost track of, folks.
Yeah.
But now it's down about 2.5K, which is where they were sitting at about the 9-minute mark.
Well, is this the window that we're talking about now? But it's the ultra possible entry for the ultra late game.
Yeah, is it better late than never? Is that what RSG is going off of?
Yes,
Because that's what I think the Raiders are thinking.
Since game number 1, yeah, from the Atlas, being all honest to goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, was that Blood Wings picked up by Eman?
Eman, yeah.
Yes.
He knows that he's the target. He needs the protection.
Yeah, it's very tanky now. Feather of Heaven to go with the Calamity Reaper. So you have the damage already. CC resistance with your passive, and of course, the Blood Wings. Knows that he needs to tank up. And I think that they might have just weathered the storm. I think this is even when they're behind by 3K, I think this is a much doable match for RSG. And this is just because of Nathzz just popping off.
Yep, that one moment was
yeah.
all that RSG needed to actually present the threat of a comeback.
Yeah.
So from going off of about a dozen of steps, now maybe just 2 or 3 steps, but with this Luminous Lord, rather an evolved Lord, Echo just grows it. Yeah, no, we were just talking about like, whoa.
Wow.
And also, no turrets destroyed from Echo. Look at that bottom turret.
Yeah, bottom turret, just a little bit, right?
Just held together by glue.
Exactly. I'm actually surprised that there wasn't some part of contention, and Echo, big props to them for identifying that certain window wherein they have the carry, which is a very, very quick way to take out the Lord.
Now it's on the base.
There's a siege.
Siege coming in. Echo. What is the plan? What is the pull? Two roamers might set up the fight here. Who's it going to be? Sanford being in front. Lord will be melted down by RSG. But on the other hand, bottom lane turret has been destroyed. One turret left for RSG's base.
What a defense by RSG Slate. No one going down. All the waves clearly managed. I mean, inhibitors do get cracked, but this throws back to yesterday in their upper bracket bout. Remember Kufra on light? That defense almost solo, actually literally solo, against an inevitable finish. So I think RSG holding on.
Oh! What? Final slash right at the space of Yaoi, just a pixel.
Comes light.
Nathzz could have sworn Yaoi was going to flicker.
Oh, easy.
Just being in front. Oh, okay, but the final slash on to 3. Echo's in trouble now, but Medicutie will the damage make it through the defenses of RSG. Now Nathzz is on to Sanford. Irad takes down Yaoi. 2 members being so vulnerable now on the space. 4, 5. Trying to chase down Culties and Sanford. Look at that. Down bottom. Oh, down bottom.
Oh, XR is there. XR is there.
Okay, still holding through. 4 members trying to take down 2 turrets of Echo. Are they ending this? They're trying to end the base early on, but Medicutie still fighting through down bottom.
Check it.
Okay, 2 members. Sanford. Sanford, Culties going low.
Penny, 1v1.
I Culties. But no! Somebody's going well at the base. Can light.
Not
Can
like
light.
this.
Wait! No, there's no minions. It's impossible. Benicutie's backing out. Immortality has been popped. Now Benicute, will he secure the skill?
They will continue.
Oh, Yaoi! That's it, folks! It was too risky, and RSG punished them. The Raiders are on the board, 1-1.
Big props to Exhort from recalling as soon as possible, knowing that there could be those Benicute shenanigans. The thing is, Light followed up. But the real MVP definitely was Nathzz with that final slash. And I will also credit this to the raw idea that RSG wanted to approach it. Light, although it is a good and a guaranteed stun and a confirmed kill, what they did is just to treat it like smokes and mirrors. It's just a distraction. The real team fighting tool is the final slash. So you go in first with the flicker play coming out from Light, but it was all to invite our Echo to go on to that Kaja. Whenever that's possible, you'll end the final slash. And boy, oh boy, he did what, 4-man final slash or a 3-man final slash?
Yeah, that was 3.
Talk about the final slash. Did he not just flub it right before? And it just came off cooldown at the right time.
Exactly.
Yeah, he used it up against Yaoi, right?
Yeah, and then that's when he thought Yaoi was going to flicker in. But, man, that's just picture perfect. That's serendipity.
Yeah.
And Benicute was the only one to give damage from the back line.
Yep, and they spaced out Benny because, again, without any peel, by compromising Yaoi and Carl
Sanji.
and Sanji couldn't even respond.
No,